Nostradamus spoke about India a number of times, which have been interpreted in different ways. He talked about the country of the three, where the three seas meet, and then the three seas meet only in India. And he spoke also about a kind of a spiritual person that would take Thursday as their holy day, who would become a spiritual light for the world. So I do feel that in time that there will be a great awakening in India, that will be also have its kind of, you know, it's not necessarily a Hindu thing either. It's partly, it embraces Christianity as much as it does Hinduism as such, although it's not strictly Hinduism, it's like the Sanatana Dharma, this universal knowledge. But there's something that I feel comes out of India that will be the hope for the world. You know, and we do have all these conflicts happening that I talked about in the Middle East, and those are going to grow over the years. We're seeing the start in 2020. But I think we're also seeing the start of this spiritual awakening right now, right in 2020. This is going to be a very important year for spiritual progress. And that's why I've kind of put these predictions as one of my earlier groups of predictions before I do more for 2020 later, because I do feel we are at a time of great hope. We are at a time of spiritual awakening, worldwide spiritual awakening, because the world, I feel, is really hungry for spiritual knowledge, and we are all becoming sick and tired of living and eating out of plastic, eating plastic food that tastes almost like, sometimes some of this food in some of these places tastes like I'm eating polystyrene, you know, and all this cheap throwaway society. And I feel that India in particular will be one of the places that will help to bring us back to the values of the simple things, and yet also help us to turn inwardly to find that spiritual side within us. And as I put those thoughts out there, I just want you to think about this, because you know, our thoughts are things. We can change the world through the way we think about it. You know, upon what we focus our attention grows in strength. So when you see difficult things happening in the world, look beyond it. Look to the idea that this is all part of the birth of consciousness. This is all part of humanity waking up, ultimately. It's not a desperate, despairing thing when we see horrible things in the news. Look to the positive, because ultimately we're all here for only one reason, and that is to awaken. Well, I hope you enjoyed all that. Coming up in a minute, I'm going to put a little clip at the end of what I'm going to call flashbacks. Each video, I'm going to put a little flashback to something that Jane and myself have done in the past, or an outtake or something like that. Something, just a little snippet, sometimes related to the video you've just seen, sometimes not. You'll see this time, actually, you're going to see some clips of us when we were first doing our predictions on Channel 4. With Bob Geldof's wife then, Paula Yates. So look out for that, that'll be at the end. And if you do enjoy this, don't forget, please follow this channel, because if you click the little bell thing down there, you'll get updates all the time. And leave your comments, because it's so interesting to get your ideas and your feedback and your criticism as well sometimes. But you know, I feel like this channel is becoming a little bit like a forum for us all too, and I do try to answer where I can. And if you want to know your future, of course, you can contact myself or my team, and we do offer psychic readings by telephone for most countries around the world. So you can go on the website at psychics.co.uk, and you'll follow the links from this and from the description and so forth, and you can find out how to get a reading yourself. And don't forget my book. I've got to plug this again, folks. I've got to make a living.
To see more interesting videos, subscribe my channel.